ABC News 4 Sports with Scott Eisberg, sponsored by Somerville Ford.
Looking back, looking forward to moving forward. 2024, a year of ups and downs in Lowcountry sports. We're going to take a look at numbers 10 through 6 right now. Join us later for 5 through 1. That'll be at 11 o'clock. Top Lowcountry sports stories of the year as we prepare to turn the page. Number 10. So long, Shelby. What a run it was. After 15 years of a pro career, nearly half of her life, Charleston's own Shelby Rogers hangs up the shoes and racket. Simply, injuries caught up to her. What a run it was. What moments she gave us. The emotions of playing at home, her runs in Grand Slams, $5.6 million in prize money, 3 WTA Finals appearances, and a send-off at the U.S. Open.
Gratitude, wow, to my family that's here, thank you. Some of them flew in today and have been here a few days.
Number 9. Fire those cannons back up. The Citadel football team, coming off their worst season ever, winless, they turned things around with transfer QB Jonathan Bennett from Somerville at the helm. Results come, starting with the opener, a come-from-behind win over CSU, 5 total wins, including 3 trophies, the Lowcountry Boyle Bowl, the Wofford game, and that coveted Silver Shako against VMI. Number 8. A heck of a year on the diamond. Somerville softball perfection. Doesn't get better than 30-0 in the state title under Heather Tucker. Led by future Gamecock Ansley Bennett, the Wave rolled over Lexington in the final. James Island baseball, they beat Lawrence to win a state championship, and Oceanside, they win another one, the first under Britt Reams. Number 7. College of Charleston gets the shaft, and Chad Holbrook lets everybody know about it. C of C with one of their best baseball seasons in recent history, 41-14, dominant at times, but the final day of the CAA doesn't go their way. They fall, and on Selection Monday, they are on the outside looking in. Chad Holbrook with a press conference for the ages.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And for have someone in a room that hadn't seen us play to tell us we're not good enough is asinine to me. And again, you know, I was a coach that got fired for going 13-17. I know what a mediocre regular season is that many teams that got in had.
Number 6, Oceanside football. Talk about overcoming adversity. Week 1 blown out by Irmo. Head coach Chad Wilkes steps down. John Patterson, a grizzled vet of the business, steps in as the interim head coach. No expectations or aspirations to have the job full time. After taking their early lumps, things even out, led by Aiden Manavian, Gavin Gaspar, Terrence Johnson, Will Virgilio, and others. The Land Sharks swim back to the state title, and they win it back-to-back.
It means a lot, Scott, but, you know, I'm just a guy on the team, man, seriously. And I don't think my job's the role's any different than anybody else's. Sometimes you play, sometimes you film, sometimes you're the manager, the trainer, sometimes you're the assistant coach, sometimes you're the head coach. And the head coach gets way too much credit, to be honest with you. They really get way too much credit.
And in the Skeezer ranks, how about the Pinewood Prep Panthers? Their first ever state championship in just the second year under head coach Devontae Holloman, the former Gamecocks great and Dallas Cowboy. Number 5, simply the best soccer season we've ever seen in Charleston. The Battery's Nick Markanik, unstoppable, started scoring and never stopped. 30 goals, 30. Just incredible, en route to winning the league's Player of the Year award. Markanik's efforts landing him a spot in Europe this upcoming season. Number 4, the saga of Somerville baseball. A dominant team, one for the ages. Somerville facing crosstown rival Ashley Ridge in the lower state finals. They punched their ticket to the state title until they didn't. The Green Wave using a pitcher over the pitch limit. The game considered a forfeit. Appeals come up short, and the Wave state title run ends with a clerical error. Happier times, though, are ahead. This summer, star outfielder P.J. Morlando goes in the first round of the MLB draft to Miami, and Carson Messina picked by Toronto in the 12th round.
Man, I've been praying and dreaming about this day since I can even begin playing baseball. You know, it's been in my blood. I've just been praying that the Lord gives me this opportunity. I'm going to make the most of it. Can't wait to go down to Miami, my home state, and go represent for South Carolina.
Number 3, a change on George Street. Another outstanding campaign for College of Charleston lands them atop the CAA. They squeak past Stony Brook to punch another ticket to the dance. But soon after Spokane, the man who orchestrated this magic exits. Pat Kelsey lands a monster job as the head coach of Louisville. But Matt Roberts goes fishing and lands a massive catch in Chris Mack, one of the elite coaches in the game, convincing him to make a return to college hoops on George Street.
The competitive juices and watching games, that's never left. But it was a great break for me, especially in the first year and a half, just to be a dad and a husband. But I couldn't be more fired up to get back into this thing.
You want to know if I can recruit? Meet my wife, Lisa. I'm just praying that she doesn't hit the transfer portal. The good news, I was her third choice, and that worked out really well, so I feel really good.
Number 2, the year of Emma. The WTA Most Improved Player of the Year is 23-year-old Emma Navaro from Charleston. Simply everywhere this year. Massive runs at Wimbledon and into the semifinals at the U.S. Open. What a moment. A ticket to the Olympic team is punched in Paris with all the stars, capping it with an exhibition win at Madison Square Garden in New York City over Jess Pegula. It was a heck of a year to be Emma Navaro.
Can't beat coming home to Charleston and seeing my friends and my family, and doing some of the activities that I've been doing since I was really young. Had a nice day out on the dock yesterday. Just spending time with the people I care about is the best way to recharge.
Would you say you're more, if you're walking around London or you're walking around Charleston, which do you kind of more get recognized and hounded, if you will?
Yeah, it was second Sunday on King Street today, and a few people recognized me, which is kind of a surreal feeling.
And number 1, what a wild football season in the Palmetto State. South Carolina hitting a groove, ending the year as arguably the hottest team in the country under Lenoris Sellers. A win over Clemson in the finale, the exclamation point INT to ice it. 9 wins, 6 straight to end the regular season, but USC falls short of the playoff.
The fight that our guys showed, I'm just so... They deserve this.
Clemson, on the other hand, still determined their own destiny, and they took it to the bank in Charlotte. An ACC title and a college football playoff appearance, falling to Texas in the first round. And that will do it for sports. Of course, the number 1, we put it separately because it was more of a national thing, but South Carolina women's basketball winning the national championship.